Good evening, everyone. Let me first start off by saying that I am sorry that this video is tardy. I have been battling COVID this week. I have yet to catch it. This was the first time in 4 years, and it has not been a very good time. But I do appreciate everybody for going on ahead and filling out the introductions and doing the first week um, assignments on time and getting them in. I have loved looking at each of your individual responses and just kind of gauging as how we're going to work out throughout the term and the best way that we can have the best experience in the class. Um, First, starting off just on the getting started, we have the Zoom link. The Zoom link is for my personal meeting classroom or my personal meeting room. It's not even a classroom, it's basically just a link for me. This semester, we have Ethan Howard, who is going to be offering who's going to be assisting everyone as needed on each of the individual assignments. He has his own Zoom link as well, I do believe. So this particular Zoom link right here is for me if you ever need to meet and have any questions or need any kind of clarification or anything throughout the term. So jumping to the syllabus, um, we have my email and my office phone number. The best way to get in touch with me would be through email because I have it attached to my phone, or I have all the apps and stuff on the phone. As soon as I get an email from one of you, I will get it immediately and usually respond pretty quickly. I do specify that I will respond within 24 hours. Uh, so we are 101. We are online. Final exam to be determined. And the reason why I have a final exam to be determined is I have a policy to where at the end of the term, if you have finished the class with an A, you are excused from taking the final reflection. The majority of students in the past have always tested out. So that's always a to be determined, but I do believe on the tentative schedule, it is for the last technical online class day. Okay, so this course is going to introduce you to different types of rhetorical concepts and audience-centered approaches to writing, including composing processes, language conventions and style, and critical analysis and engagement. So we are going to focus in on writing 4 essays this term. And each of these essays is going to build on each other into as far as the formatting and the research. So the first essay I like to do is a personal narrative of sorts. You can choose between writing about a hobby or writing about an experience. I've had students also use it as a way to get their 4 year essays out of the way, meaning the application essays that many colleges require. We have used that as our students have chosen to do those as well. Just that first essay is really kind of all about you or something that you really, really, really like. The second essay, this time I'm going to do it a little bit different. This time we're going to have it be a compare contrast essay to where you're just kind of giving me more of informative information. Um, and then the third essay is going to focus more on our first creep into research by crafting an essay, celebrity bio of sorts. It doesn't necessarily have to be a celebrity. It could also just be a famous person or just any person that you can look up, which really with the internet can be pretty much anybody, um, including ancestry. So it's going to be up to you however you want to pull the bio. And then finally, we'll have the argumentative research essay, in which you will argue your position on a topic. Here we have the Department of Education and the Northwest Florida State College course level student learning outcomes. You can look over those just to try to see what you can expect from the course, how you will achieve it. and ultimately how it will affect the rest of your college career. So, course materials, the Norton Field Guide to Writing with Readings and Handbook 6th edition. Um, this is probably one of my favorite things about the syllabus. It's this little quick links to all of these different things um, that you could possibly use, resources that you could use from here at the college. Um, Tutoring services, accommodations, complaints, rights and responsibilities, understanding your role as a student. Those are all little quick links that can take you directly to. Makeup work, I will accept late submissions with a penalty. It usually depends on the situation. If it's an assignment that is 2 or 3 days late, I'm likely not to take off a penalty. Um, if it's something that's a month late, possibly a penalty. If you let me know, um, if something's going to be late, if you just let me know, then I'm gonna say you're pretty much gonna guarantee not having a penalty. Um, Really, it's all about having something in within an acceptable amount of time. Assignments, grading schemes, procedures. I break everything down into the individual essays. So, for instance, essay 1 will have a rough draft, a revision assignment, and a final draft, which will total out to be 200 points. Essay 2 will be comprised of an outline, a rough draft, a peer review, and a final draft, which totals out to be 225 points for essay 2. Essay 3 includes an outline, a rough draft, peer review, and final draft for a combined total of 250 points. The works cited assignment will be by itself for a total of 50 points. Essay 4 will include the outline, rough draft, annotated bibliography, and final draft for a total of 300 points. We will do 3 discussion posts worth 50 points each. There will be 4 quizzes for 10 points each. The introduction assignments, which were all completed this past week, followed by the final reflection. So, and again, and if you earn an A by the summer's end, you're going to be excused from that final reflection. So this course is entirely online. Excuse me. This course is entirely online. So you must provide all of your stuff to access it. If you have any issues, though, just let me know. Um, the school really has a really great IT department that will help if in any way that they can. Emergency college closure, we're online, so this isn't really going to pertain to us as much. However, if something like COVID were to happen again, I was able to shockingly enough, pull it off with transitioning everything online and doing everything online and the stress and everything. Um, so I'm not worried about that again. Granted, if anything does happen or anything does occur and you need help or anything, just let me know. Academic integrity tools. We subscribe to Turnitin, which is an online plagiarism detector. But it also will test for AI, and the use of AI is prohibited. And anytime there's a submission generated by AI, it will not be accepted, and the grade issued will be a 0. Unfortunately, that's something that I can't really bend on. However, I will say that a good amount of the time, an essay will come up some way flagged as AI, primarily because when we use our computer programs, whether or just our writing programs, whether it be Google Docs or Microsoft Word, it has those tools embedded that automatically instill a form of AI with like autocorrect. So it can register. So my policy is if you are turning in an entire essay that is generated by AI with zero originality at all, that would be the issue. That would be the paper not accepted. If you have something that does show up, say 10% by Turnitin, that's completely different. Basically, what anytime I even if I get a 5% or a 95% rating of AI, because it is so new and because everybody's situation is different, I will get in touch with you first That's my big thing, because it can be very nerve-wracking, and I don't want this process to be nerve-wracking at all. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel empowered, and I want you to you know have transparency with me and trust with me as we make our way through the term. So um, if I'm ever questioning, if there's anything I'm ever questioning when it comes to the assignments, I will come to you directly. Um, so let's see here. Just welcome to class. I'm excited to get this term started. I attached some words of advice from previous online students regarding the course, um, only because I thought that maybe that might be a little helpful if somebody were to, you know, really wanted to genuinely know how students react to the course, how they receive the information. So, hopefully, um, the advice will help, and hopefully, I can get some advice from you all as well. Okay. Anyways, off the syllabus. Jumping to the tentative schedule. This is a tentative schedule. I try to be, again, as upfront about the course as possible. However, depending on, this tentative schedule is subject to change. So I always gauge my class about how you all are working, how you all are, I guess, rolling with the punches in the class. So my schedule is surrounded by, is dependent on you. Um, so I have each week laid out. Pretty much all assignments are due Sunday by midnight. Um, if there is, if Sunday by midnight, if it needs to, if the days need to be flexible, they will be specified. But I do believe everything is Sunday by midnight, except for paper 4, um, which would be due Friday. So before finals week. Um, I think that is it for that schedule. And as far as the rest, gotten the information for the introductions, attendance quiz, syllabus quiz. So you guys will be all set for week 2. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm really looking forward to this term.